Welcome to the RedFlag Emergency Notification Demo video. My name is Lee Johnson, Director of Sales and Business Development, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to RedFlag. Now, I want to begin by talking about crisis management and business continuity. These events are happening to businesses at an increased frequency, whether that's cyber crime and cyber attacks, severe weather, health and safety incidences, network and supply chain interruptions, or simply office closures. Every business will be impacted by these events. Research has shown that 69% of business leaders have experienced a crisis over the period of the last 5 years, and 95% of business leaders expect a crisis to hit them in the next 2 years. And when they do, time, money, and lives are at stake. Companies need to have an actionable crisis communication plan and tools in place before the threat comes to mitigate the impact. But there is good news. With real-time, multi-channel communication software, you can respond within seconds and inform the appropriate employees, customers, and vendors, coordinate the required resources, and gain valuable real-time insights to make smarter decisions, protect your people, and minimize the impact. A critical situation requires the ability to cut through the information communication overload, and as we all know, emails alone won't connect in real time, and they don't provide actionable insights into events in the field when you need to communicate and coordinate with a disparate remote workforce. Now let's take a look at RedFlag in action. During acts of nature like fire, hurricane, tornadoes, or really any severe weather, RedFlag is the perfect tool to help gain vital information from the field while providing important updates and information to keep everyone informed. So in this particular example, what we want to do is we want to send a message out about a impending hurricane. Now, this hurricane is going to hit only the East Coast, and this particular company that we're going to be sending a message for has assets throughout the country. So what we want to do is we want to only target those individuals that will be affected. So the first thing I will do is I'm going to select from a template database. These are ones that I have created for this particular example, and we've created one called Hurricane Alert. This is a message that can be pre-approved by your communications team or your health and safety team so that you know exactly what you want to say when you need to send out a message. So for targeting purposes, and I'm going to use our geofencing feature. What the geofencing feature allows me to do is it allows me to have assigned assets throughout the country that I can see on a visual map. And so when I know when something's happening, I can only send this message to those that will be affected. So as you can see on this particular map, we have 4 assets on what we consider the East Coast. We have one in North Carolina, one in South Carolina, one in Georgia, and then one down in Florida. So what we want to do is we only want to target those offices. And with my geofencing feature, you can draw a particular shape that only encompasses a certain area, so that I only message those that need to get this message. So as you can see here, we got those 4 offices included. We can add that to the particular target we want to send it to, and now I can go down here and I can click send. One thing I did include on this message is a polling question, safe, need help, because I do want to get feedback from them that we've sent this message. We want to know if they are safe or if they need assistance from us. And so now we click send, and out this message goes. Once that is done, my next step will be to see the results of the particular message. I can now from this page identify exactly what I need to do to actionize my message. I can see that I've asked for a response if the safe need help, of course, and I can now drill down, find out exactly who is responding and how they may be responding. I might want to look for a particular answer, let's say those who need help, and then from here I can send follow-up messages to them as a group, but I can also take it to a one-to-one conversation. So I can actually go in and message them directly, so I can start a one-to-one conversation and ask them exactly what it is that they may need assistance with, and I can do that all from my portal. Now let's take a look at a second scenario. Let's think about business continuity. When operations or core business functions are impacted by a disaster or unplanned incident like cyber attacks or equipment failures, office closings, or even health and safety issues, speed is of the essence. It's important to inform and coordinate resources. So If we think about a cyber attack, we certainly would want to get this message out as quickly as possible. So let's select from a template that we have created again. This time will be our cyber attack template, and it would, again, populate the messaging that has been pre-approved. And so now I'm going to send this out, and I want to target all employees. So this time I'm going to target an all employees group that I have already created, and that's who I'm going to send the message to instead of just to a certain region. And in this scenario, I want to ask for an acknowledgement. I don't want them necessarily to answer a poll, but I want to know that they have all received it and they have read the instructions that come along with this particular message. So again, I can send this message out, and now I quickly go to my messaging to find out the results. So from this page, again, I can see how many people I've messaged, but I can see how many people have acknowledged my message. I can now go in here and identify those who have responded, but I don't really necessarily care those who have responded. This is good to know, but what's going to concern me the most is those who have not responded to me at all. So I need to identify these individuals. I can resend this message to them to encourage them to respond and not bother those who have responded. But again, I can send this message out anytime I want to, right away, or even schedule it to go out at a future time.
Hopefully this demonstration has given you a clearer picture about how a red flag can help you. With world-class data security with Microsoft Azure, an easy-to-use interface, and enterprise-level capabilities with competitive pricing model for any size business, you can get started with Red Flag today. To schedule a custom demo, please go to pocketstop.com/demo or call us at 877-840-2444 and learn how Red Flag can help your company.